Welcome back, brothers, to yet another special show here on the Oshay Duke Jackson Channel. For those of you who are watching the restream, we welcome you. Go ahead on and like the video and relax. And for those of you who are in the live audience, we also welcome you to the channel. And my, do we got some shit cracking tonight up in this mother hunger. And I'm gonna just basically, I can't say enough about the man that we are going to be fellowshipping with today here over at St. Slap a Bitch Missionary Baptist Church Institution on the Double Rock side of the mountain. But today we have none other than Sinful The P from the popular YouTube channel, and we're dealing with the topic today: give her a reason and choosing signals. So I want to introduce and some and present to others my pastor, Reverend Doctor Sinful The
P. He's stupid. He's stupid. First of all, I want to start the video out by saying that I ain't shit. And if I ever become, what I think in my little mind is the shit, it's only because God didn't allow my ain't shit ass to become the shit. I appreciate Oshay for blessing me with the opportunity to fellowship with y'all, right now. I'm thankful, to even know Oshay, because the man is the museum of game, whether y'all know it or not. He got information pertaining to every situation, information pertaining to every subject. And that's why y'all over here in the first motherfucking place. So I appreciate all of y'all, for being in attendance for this great fellowship that we're going to do, you understand me, on tonight.
And again, like the video. I seem like YouTube is taking on my live buttons, but we're gonna keep on going on in Jiva's name. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. But Sinful, number one, thanks for coming over again, man. It's always a great thing. You're a person I talk to a lot offline, and you always keep me cracking up. But
likewise.
Let me tell you something, man. This video
hold on. Before you even go into it, because I want to give people, because YouTube is acting slow, and I want people to give them an opportunity to get up in here, because the video that we getting ready to do is the best definition of important. So I want to give people the opportunity to hear Oshay's questions, his statements, and everything pertaining to this video. So we want to give y'all a big head ass motherfuckers a chance to come up in here.
Okay. So what we'll do right now is, for those people who are taking their time here, what we'll do is a little bit different. While we're waiting for everybody to come in, shout out to Angela Garcia. Simple. Let's talk about the
Sunshine.
Let's talk about the site that you have and some of the things that you're doing, because now we are understanding what sinfulthep.net is. So let's tell everybody, man, about the site and some of the good things you have coming over, brother.
Well, as of right now, sinfulthep.net, because constantly every day I got the young people getting into my inbox saying, I want the opportunity to talk to you. I need to talk to you, bro. I need some game. I need some inspiration. I need some exhortation. Hey, I finally got somebody to set up, the constellation part, on the net. So basically on the website, is going to be set up for all of those that desire to talk to me, desire advice, encouragement, wisdom, or you just want to chop it up. I'm about to have a certain time for you to be able to call in. And, of course, it's going to be, as you know, especially for you young pimps, man, especially for you young players, it's going to be some constellation fees applied. You're definitely gonna have to sit up there, and break yourself, man. In order to be bless yourself, you're gonna have to break yourself to bless yourself. You're gonna have to decrease in order to increase. So make sure, by all means, if you want the GAME, you're gonna have to allow the one that's been a blessing to you to GAIN. So by all means, just so I've been a blessing to you, be a blessing unto me. So, in the future, we getting ready to have the constellation fees set up, and that's coming very soon. Getting ready to have another part of it where we're getting ready to have a forum. So in the future, people will be able to make statements about the game, statements about life, statements about, you know what I mean, outside of the lifestyle, you just gonna have the opportunity, you know what I mean, to come on in, you know?
Okay. Okay. Do we want to talk about some of the consultation rates right at this particular moment? Or are we gonna let them wait?
Well,
Or
well, I mean, just to put it out there, I'm gonna start real small, man. You know, if they want to chop it up for 30 minutes, you know, that's gonna be just $75. You know what I mean? If they want to talk for a whole hour, you know what I mean, we're you know, chop it up, and that's gonna be cost them $150. So it's all small, especially for the information that I'm gonna be giving within the conversation. You know what I mean? You pay $75. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, you know, especially in the game, you paying $75, man, for a pair of socks. Some of y'all pay $75 for a tie. So
right.
surely the information that I'm gonna be conveying within the conversation is definitely worth the accumulation of 75 or $150, you know?
Okay. So and y'all, I know y'all niggas got it because y'all was over all that Black Panther buying all kind of popcorn and niggas was buying Wakanda juice and you know y'all done helped Marvel make the 1 billion. So I know that you niggas got it. So don't be playing a role, man, because
Yeah.
whenever these females come through the channel, man, they be looking, they be drop. Oh my god, oh shit. You know, you know how these niggas are.
but
So we
but
got 76. You know, YouTube is
we
really
yeah,
yeah,
they moving kind of slow right
moving
now.
kind of slow, but I guarantee you within a few minutes into it, you know, we're gonna shout out to Evan Roddy. I know you from your channel. How long do you want to wait until we can basically, you know what I'm saying?
We can get into it now, bro. It's 80
Okay.
people now.
80
So
people. Okay. So guys,
yeah.
again, welcome. Put your collard green juice sandwich down and shit. So let me tell you, like when I started really watching your channel, I saw some videos that you was doing about some other popular people, and I kind of watched it. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga, man? With you know what I'm saying? Nigga sound like a pimp, but I couldn't really, you know what I mean? So I really didn't pay attention. But the video that hooked me was the give her a reason video. Once I saw that video, I said, God damn, this nigga is the truth. Now let's talk about that real quick because what gave you the reason to make that video? What was your inspiration for that video?
Pretty much a lot of times when I preach, I teach, or endeavor to reach someone, you know, I'm speaking from a experiences. And there have been times, you know, I mean, in my life where I presided over a woman or women. And, you know, I did things contrary to what I was supposed to do. I was expecting them to produce greatness, but I wasn't exemplifying greatness, you know what I mean, myself.
Mhm.
Or there were times, you know, in times past where I wanted certain women to select me, appoint me, you know, to
Mhm.
allow me to preside over their life. But I never gave them an important, significant reason to compel them to do that.
Mhm.
So, you know, you have a lot of young guys that expect women to do this and to do that without a logical, you know, reason to do that. You know, you got guys that want women to respect them,
Mhm.
that want them to obey them, but you haven't given them a reason to be obedient. You haven't given them a reason to respect you on that level. So when you go on a little, as I like to say, you go on a little mental safari and you begin to examine yourself,
Mhm.
you begin to see all your frailties and insecurities and iniquities. And that's the only way that you can evolve as a man by examining yourself. You know, as far as mandatory to do inventory on yourself before you endeavor to do inventory on a woman, before you endeavor to try to lead a woman, lead yourself. And there was a time, like I said, I sat down and I began to think about some of the shit that I was doing, you know, and saying, and it was the best definition of stupid and dumb. So that's why, you know what I mean? I had to come up with, like, damn, I've been expecting her to do this and I want her to make this amount of money. I want her to conduct herself like this, but then I tell her this. But then on the other hand, you know, I mean, I see I'm not producing in this particular area.
Mhm.
So, you know, as a leader, you always want to be great to your followers. You want to glorify greatness, and you
Mhm.
can't expect them to produce that if you're not producing that your damn self. So I had to look at Philip Brandon Gilmore. I had to look at Sinful The P, and it was just too many areas where, you know, I wasn't producing it. And just like I spoke with somebody earlier today, in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, a lot of times we say it's all on a bitch.
Mhm.
And see that it's all on a bitch mentality. The reality is it'll keep you from evolving. It'll keep you from growing because it's not all on the bitch. You know, it's not on all on the woman. It's on you as the
Mhm.
man.
Mhm.
So, you know, as I begin, like I said, as I began to look at all my mistakes and look at myself in the mirror, I had an opportunity, you know what I mean, to after examination, you know
Mhm.
what I mean, to evolve. You know what I mean? Like, okay, before I ask her to do this, I'm gonna perfect myself. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So once I perfect myself, then I could expect her to conduct herself a certain way because look at the behavior that I'm exemplifying as the leader, as a man. I'm gonna stop saying I'm a man or I'm this or I'm that, and I'm gonna exemplify in the behavior. So I got to bring the work first, and then once I bring the behavior first, the work first, then I can sit up there and teach. Then I can sit up there and preach, and she'll receive it, you know, instantly because my behavior is accordingly to everything that I'm conveying and saying to her.
Let me ask you this real quick because you make some good points, and I know that you're on the next level game because the P's they're on the top of the food chain. But again, assuming that I'm not P, I'm just in a relationship. Definitely, I think what you say is going to apply, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you this: like I'm a regular guy, and I'm talking to you, and what you're telling me to do is to look at myself. This concept is pretty hard for a lot of guys, especially a lot of black guys that
Yeah.
thinking nothing wrong with them or they don't have any issues. It's everybody's fault but theirs. How did you come to the realization that something is wrong with you? When was that turning point?
Well, I always looked at it as if the congregation is not conducting themselves right, then we need to look at the pastor. If um, the basketball team is not winning, we need to look at the coach. We need to look at the owner.
Okay.
If the women are not producing, what are the men introducing them to? So as a leader, I knew that, you know, if these women were not producing what I desired to be produced, it's my fault. As a leader, as a man, it's always your fault. You know what I mean? It's your, even when it's not your fault, it's your fault.
Mhm.
And you know, as a man, you have to take you have to take accountability. You have to be responsible. You know what I mean, for the woman and women that you know what I mean that you presiding over. If I'm talking to the young men that are outside of the lifestyle, if I'm a guy that's just in the streets,
Mhm.
I'm in a relationship with this woman and I tell her, I say some stuff like, you know, come on, man, you know, man, stop being sensitive. And then within that same conversation, she says something to trigger off my anger, and now I'm cursing her out. I'm hollering, I'm screaming, I'm throwing stuff around the house. I'm pretty much, you know, throwing a temper tantrum. I'm being real belligerent. I'm being ignorant. I pretty much have reduced myself to the same behavior as a damn woman. So, you know, even in that, you know what I mean, like going outside of that, you know, always in relationships, you'll hear men constantly say, you know, I'm a man. I'm the nigga. I run this. You don't
Mhm.
talk to me. Lower your goddamn voice. Shut up. And you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck you talking to? I just told your motherfucking ass to sit the fuck down. I pay the bills. I do this. You don't sit up. I'm talking on the square language right now. You know what I mean? I work the job. You know what I mean? No, it's the reason why God gave me the dick and you the pussy. You supposed to be listening to me. And if a guy, you know, is not exemplifying the behavior of a man to that woman, she's not going to respect you, you know what I mean, as a man. She's not going to respect you, you know what I mean, the way that you desire to be respected, because every time you get angry, you emotionally react just like a female. You don't mentally respond like a man. See, men mentally respond. When men are faced with a situation or in a conversation that they don't like, you know what I mean? They're not going to emotionally react like a woman. No.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? For if we emotionally react like women, then
Mhm.
we can't expect women to uphold, respect, and honor us as men, especially if we're, behaving ourselves and being outlandish and rambunctious just like the women. Can't
Mhm.
do that.
Okay. Let me kind of go back to the part. Now, this could apply or not apply because, again, at this particular point, when you realize this, well, let me actually ask you this: when you realize the self-examination, were you already in the lifestyle at that time?
See, before I got into the lifestyle, I was already dealing with women. Let me make that very known.
Okay.
And, I actually was in, of course, most guys don't tell the truth, but I was actually in a relationship.
Okay.
And to me, you know what I mean? I always used to be like, why she keep sitting over there challenging me
Hmm.
every time I talk? Woman, shut the hell up. Don't say nothing.
Hmm.
Be quiet.
Hmm.
Hush up. Don't say a goddamn thing. Stop bothering me.
Right.
And it seems as if once she learned that she can get an emotional reaction out of me, she would do things to compel that same energy
Hmm.
because she got a climax seeing me, behave this way,
Hmm.
you know. And I'd be like, man, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Like, I had to actually sit down and instead of looking at her, I began to look at myself.
Okay.
And I'm talking about a relationship. I'm not talking about pimping and whoring right now. I'm
Okay.
talking about boyfriend and girlfriend shit.
Okay.
And I was like, man, man, I'm throwing dishes in the house. I had to think about, for real, I had to think about certain things, man, because I used to snap, like, you know what I mean? Because it'd be times where she'd be like, why was you smiling and laughing with that girl in the hallway? I'm like, man, who is you talking to? You ain't my motherfucking mama, and I'm throwing chairs and stuff like that. And I had to look at myself. I said, man, that's not the way that I'm supposed to conduct myself. By the way, man, come on, man, it's O'Shea and Sinful. It's 157 big head motherfuckers watching right now. Hit that like button and hit that share button right now.
You gotta tell
You
them to
know what I
break
mean?
themselves for the
Whenever
likes, man. They only
break
understand when you
yourself,
say,
break yourself for the likes,
"There you
man.
go."
Break yourself for the shares. If you're not subscribed, break yourself for the subscribe button. My family, become O'Shea's family. Hit the subscribe button right now. You know what I mean? Hit the like button right now. Always remember a whole bunch of ones beat a whole bunch of nuns any day. You know what I mean? Make sure that if you got $1, $2, $5, or whatever you got, by all means, you know what I mean? As the spirit of love put it on your heart to give, break yourself. Get into a continuity of breaking yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I used to throw chairs,
Uh
plates. When I would go in, I would really go in.
huh. Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit, it wasn't manly. That wasn't manly for me to allow a woman to provoke me to get out of character like that. She's not my equal. So for me to allow someone, first of all, because guys do that,
Mm-hmm.
they want to talk to the woman like she's down here at times and
Okay.
he's up here. But when you in an argument or a confrontation, you take your motherfucking ass out them heavens and then you come right back down on earth, put on the high heels, and now you arguing with the bitch like a bitch. That's bitch behavior. She's
Okay.
not your equal. You know what I mean? So no, we're not gonna no. When you reply to foolishness,
Okay.
sometime when you reply to foolishness, you complying to it.
Okay.
Sometime. Let me just fit this in.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sometime a bitch would just say something just to sit up there and put you in that mood, just so you can sit up there and go out because bitches love drama.
Right.
Some women love drama.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? If they see you hollering and screaming and all of this shit, like, ooh, he just checked me. It's just not meant. Don't allow her to get you out your character. Always maintain your fly. Always. Hold on.
Let me do this real
There we
quick.
go.
I want to do some super chat shout outs. But before I do so, My boy Wode Maya is in the building, man. I love his channel. I was just talking to him. He's checking out the stream. I don't think they got no peas in Ghana or nothing like that. But my man is over in China doing some real shit. He got 50,000 subscribers over there. He has a great channel. He's doing his thing over there. Got a little business going, and he'll be over here sometime soon. So I want to give a shout out to my man Wode Maya out of Ghana, but living in China. And let me go ahead and give a shout out to some of the people that have been super chatting up in here because I got some more questions for you, Sinful.
Yeah.
My man Frederick Landers pimping in my Buick, $2 super chat. Jamaica King, y'all brothers helping me become a better man, blessed. And I think when I hear comments like that, man, it keeps me wanting to keep doing this shit. Ricky E245, thank you, man, $5. Scream, $5. Angela Garcia, $2. See, and before we kind of get back, here's what I want to tell the story, man. So tell the story because I heard you say it on Minister Jap's show, and it's a story about how you broke the bitch, but then the bitch didn't want to give you the money. And you end up hitting her, and she was trying to get all these emotions out of you and shit. So just to know, like, you know, you not only did you experience this as a man in a relationship, but you experienced this in the lifestyle. So people can see the flaws of the game and shit that, you know, even the pimps go through this shit. So talk about that emotionalism that was a classic story, man. I gotta have you. You gotta tell that shit right now, nigga.
Well, see, my family, you know, already know that's for those that, you know, just coming in, okay. You know, this is that particular female. She gave me the first case that I ever caught. Okay. And just being all the way 100, keeping that thing all the way real. You know, I wish it would have never happened, but it is what it is. This was when I didn't have a year in the game at that time. You know what I mean? Wasn't seasoned. When I came into the game, I didn't have older representation giving me information on how to do this and that. I wasn't reading no books. I wasn't looking at no films. And like I always say, I came into the game. Yes, I was birthed, but I came into the game retarded, very retarded. You know, so I was predestined to do a lot of shit that was just the best definition of stupid, the best definition of dumb, idiotic. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this is one of the times when I met this little broad. Now, to rewind it all back, because, I mean, I got to give it like it is. When I first met her, I think it was that we was at a store. Okay. And she called herself, she was messing with somebody at the time, so she called herself trying to be in pocket, you know, on me. And in pocket means, for you squares, you know, it means that, you know, whenever a pimp endeavors to speak to a woman, you know, if she's in pocket, meaning that if she's in obedience in totality to the pimp that's presiding over her at that particular time, when another pimp tries to speak to her, she's not going to reply to me simply because she's compliant to her man. So whenever a woman is in compliance to some pimping, she's not going to give any type of reply to another pimp because she's in pocket. She don't desire to speak to another pimp, desire to look at him. You know what I mean? She is in pocket. When if I'm say, for example, if a woman is with Oshay and she's in pocket, you know what I mean, with him, that means that if I come up, I say anything, you know what I mean, do anything, she pays me no attention. She don't even understand me or don't have even desire to understand me. She hurry up and walks the fuck off because she's in total obedience to Oshay and she's only concerned about doing the will of Oshay. She's in pocket. Mm-hmm. Now, she called herself, you know, being in pocket, and it's actually deep. I need to do a video called in pocket, but and teach it because a lot of y'all and forgot about that. You bitches be following pimps on Facebook and Instagram, and you supposed to got a pimp, you know what I mean? But you're following pimps on Instagram and Facebook, and just in case, just a sidebar, bitch. If you supposedly fucking with a pimp and you sitting over there following other pimps on Instagram and Facebook, you are out of pocket. But anyway, that's another subject. So anyway, I was trying to get at the bitch inside the store, and as I'm endeavoring to get at the bitch, she called herself staying in pocket, not trying to speak back. but she's smiling a little bit. She's chuckling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody that know me, I'm an arrogant motherfucker. So once I sit up there, talk to her a little bit, and she really wasn't giving me no rhythm, I'm suited and booted because I always stay suited and booted, especially that time.
Mm-hmm.
Once I see that she wasn't giving me no motherfucking act right, I didn't bless the bitch no more. So, I had to go about my business. But that's the first time we seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward. Um, she was at my nigga T-Mac house. She's at, and anybody that know the homie's house, in the game, T crib used to be full of pimps, max, gangsters, players, hoes, you know what I mean? Bitches that thought they was hoes, square prostitutes, strippers, everything. Like if you wanted a bitch, all you had to do was go to T's house. He was gonna have a house full of that. Everybody just come over his crib. So
Mm-hmm.
when I came over, she was there. She was actually there.
Mm-hmm.
And when she seen me, of course, she lit up like a Christmas tree. She was smiling, you understand me, from ear to ear.
Mm-hmm.
And as we started sitting up there, chopping it up, long story short, I ended up, getting her. She desired to fuck with me, but the bitch was crazy. This is like one of the most craziest bitches, not just in the game, but just in life, period. She's one of them bitches that her pussy get wet and not just get wet, but she'll bust a nut off the fact of a nigga just beating her ass. A nigga beating her ass and fucking the shit out of her. She wasn't a Mary J. Blige, you bring the drama in my life, please, bitches. She wasn't them. And you know what I mean? Yeah, like the My Life album was really written about her life. You know what I mean? So, make a long story short, she calls me. You know what I mean? She calls me. You know what I mean? I want to hurry up because I know you got so many questions, but this shit so
Nah, go
I
ahead,
don't
man.
want to
Tell
be
us
too
shit.
long.
We got time.
Okay. Okay, so bam. You know what I mean? She called me. She's staying on Boulder Highway. She's staying on Boulder at that particular time. And she tell me that, she got my issue. She got a trap. So I sit up there, you understand me? I come down Boulder Highway, you know what I mean? My young dumb ass, I come over that motherfucker, and as soon as I come in, and I remember like yesterday, because like I said, let me just give a little bit of backstory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anybody that knew me, my mother and my grandmother, pretty much were my best friends. So by them being my best friends and the way that I was raised, before the lifestyle of pimping and horn, I wasn't an abusive guy. Let me break this down, because telling this story, somebody that listened to the story and not had the information. I was never an abusive guy to women prior to the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. Once I became a participant of the lifestyle by me being in an environment where other individuals that profess to be the pimping were abusive because they were under the impression that this is how you fulfill the prerequisites to be a pimp is by sitting over there sometime knocking the furniture out of the bitch mouth. I pretty much, if a guy's, if you're a young motherfucker, you're a novice, you're around other individuals that have been in the game supposedly for 5, 10 years and shit like that, you watching and observing their behavior, and you think that this is the correct behavior in order to participate in the game, to pimp accordingly. So, if a bitch basically, playing about your money or do something, you know what I mean, contrary to what the fuck she's supposed to do, sometimes you take the bitch to the barbershop, cut her head a little bit, you know what I mean? You might have to rebuke the bitch. You know what I'm saying? If she's sitting over there talking smart, you know what I mean? If she got a foul mouth, if she didn't got too motherfucking disrespectful to you, you might have to kick the bitch down the flight of stairs, pick her up and kick her down another motherfucking flight. You know what I mean? It might have to be something like that. And at this particular time, this was my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted everybody to understand that the things that I did early in the day, I don't approve that. Of course, I've evolved, but at this particular time, as a young man, just coming into the lifestyle, I'm conforming to the behaviors around me. And so I thought that wrong was right at this particular time because I didn't have the information. And like I always say, when you're not informed, You just conform to the behavior that's around you. So I didn't have the information. I didn't have the game at that time. Okay, but getting back into the motherfucking story with this crazy bitch. Now that you motherfuckers understand, because I had to break that shit down. I didn't want y'all to think I was just Mike Tyson and hoes. You know what I mean? But I sat up there, you know what I mean? And this no motherfucking lie. She said she had a trap for me. So I come in, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be 20 years, but I'm going to sit up there and tell like this. I ain't going to, you know, because Oshay want it. But the bitch basically set up there, you know what I mean? She had that little trap over there. She said that she had my money. When I came over there, you know, everything was cool. But when I came in, the bitch was, you know, already, you know, acting funny. I'm looking at the bitch, what's going on? Because you know, she was in the shower and all of this shit going on, and I'm looking like, you know, where's my money? You know what I mean? And bitch was looking at me like, that's all you come over here for. That's all you want. Now, rewinding the story, she said that she had my trap. She was ready to break herself. Okay. But she's trying to get in a confrontation because this is the way she gets off. She gets off by getting into an argument, fighting, me beating her ass, and then me fucking her. This is like, oh my God, yes.
Let me ask you this real quick. Was this the
go
first
ahead.
time that she did this, or was this multiple times?
Honestly, this wasn't the first time that, you know, no, this wasn't the first time that she became a fag. It's just that this is the most memorable times that this bitch did this. And this is why I had to check her ass. But no, this was not the first encounter where the bitch was, you know, but at the same particular time, I never really had no problems concerning this, you know, as far as my money. And this is why, you know, it got fucked up. You know, and I know that some of y'all at Oshay Channel, you guys are, you know, a little friendly, so I don't want to be too, because Minister Jabba O'Shea's channel a little bit different, even though Oshay said he wanted. But yes, let me just say this, because she sat up there and played with me. I put my hands on her. I whooped her ass. Okay, because you, like I said, O'Shea's channel is different than Jap's. I don't want to be too graphic because I want people like, Oshay, who did you bring on this show? Who the fuck is this? Run! No, I don't want it to be like that. But yes, because at that time she was playing with me, I whooped her ass. And after I motherfucking whooped her ass, it was because I whooped her ass that the bitch was hiding money. And you know what I'm saying? When she began to basically, you know, confess. Now, I will say this because pimps that's gonna watch, they're gonna be like, see, he's speaking against that ass whooping, but it's the ass whooping that led to the money. I already know what they're gonna say. But that's true. After I whooped her ass, she came clean, you know what I mean? Not only, you know what I mean, with, you understand me, my trap, you know what I mean, because a little bit over 800, but you know what I mean, she stood up there and broke out them racks, you know, after I stood up there and hit her upside her back and beat her motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? And then she sat up there and pulled out the money that she was motherfucking hiding, because inside the purse, this bitch had sat up there and cut inside the purse, and she was balling up the hundreds and sliding them in the motherfuckers. So the bitch sat up there, you understand me? She grabbing out money and everything. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy as a motherfucker. But this is just real shit. I had to sit up there and whoop the bitch ass for my money. And I got to keep it real. Because I didn't want to go all into it because, you know, like I said, Oshay Channel a little bit different. But just telling it like it is. Yes, after I beat her ass, we spoke a little bit. And yes, I fucked. Now, what I will say before I fucked the bitch, after I fucked her up, the police, when the police came through, she did sit up there and, you know, keep it together that time. You know what I mean? She didn't sit up there, and she didn't call the police. You know what I'm saying? They called the police because of the ass whooping, the rebuking service that I was giving the bitch, you know what I mean, inside the motherfucking room. But now that you say it, before we get started, I'll give you another one. This was another time, this before the Boulder Highway incident, because those that know another Boulder Highway incident, that's what led to my first case that I ever caught.
Okay.
But it was another time we was inside of a motherfucking McDonald's. And when we was in the McDonald's, you know what I mean, during the time I damn, this this old, because anybody know me now, I don't eat no motherfucking McDonald's. But we eat McDonald's, and she just sit up there and like, I don't want this. She just throw the food. I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
And by me being young, you know what I mean, and foolish at that time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bitch, what you mean you don't want this? Like, we just paid. We just paid for the food. What you know? I'm like a little white boy at this time. I'm like, what you mean? I said I don't want it, and she said this loud as hell. You know what I mean, in front of everybody. So I just I got quiet because I know me, and I was like, all right, that's what's up. Could you hurry? She's like, could you hurry the fuck up? And that's when right then and there. This is what I mean. Right then and there. I sit up there and grab that bitch by her motherfucking neck and the thing. I'm just telling you that in that time,
mm-hmm.
when you said or did anything, I would emotionally react to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking about, okay, if I whoop this bitch ass, I'm gonna lose my liberty in society, and I'm about to reside in a motherfucking correctional facility. Right. Is it worth it to do that? No thinking whatsoever, and I just sit up there and go off on the bitch, and then I give a speech about how she's supposed to do this, do that, but at the same particular time, she would be able to say things and do things to get me out of character, at that time. So of course, like I said, I had to evolve. Just young, stupid, hard head, Go ahead, Shay. I know you got something else.
I got something else, man. So basically, we was telling that story not to glorify for some people that may say, "Oh, you guys are glorifying, violence against."
No.
Glorifying
I don't
violence.
I'm mortified, not glorified. But no, I don't want you to think. And let me also say this, because I said this on another video. If a boyfriend beats his girlfriend's ass, okay, this is wrong, but. If a boyfriend beats his girlfriend's ass, people do not judge the whole population because of the bad representation that was shown by this boyfriend.
Okay.
When a husband beats his wife's ass, you don't look at the whole population of husbands and say, man, I can't get married because them husbands, they be beating them wives' asses. Right. You don't do that. When Juanita Bynum got her ass beat by her motherfucking husband in that parking lot, you didn't say, oh, all the Christian husbands, I can't be messing around with these preachers and these Christian husbands because, you know what I mean, this is what all the Christian husbands do. So I've said all that to say this. Just because Sinful The P was abusive in the early days of the game when I was retarded, that does not mean that the whole population of men that profess to be pimps are abusive.
Okay.
And what happens is, when a situation occurs such as that, the media get a hold of it and they'll put it out to the world that basically all men, that profess to be pimps are abusive. And this is totally contrary to the truth. You cannot categorize every man in the game and say that every pimp is abusive, for many believe that when you put your hands on a woman and you have to sit up there and correct her with your hands, it means that you ran out of pimping. Not that you're doing some pimping, but you ran out of pimping, because pimping is from the mind and flows from the lip. That's what the mentality of some is. Then you got some that think that if you don't check that bitch ass and kick the motherfucking furniture out of her mouth and kick the motherfucking dingleberries out of her ass, you ain't doing no pimping. So, you got two different mentalities and two different galaxies, you understand me, of pimps. But all pimps are not the same. They all pimp differently, and the objective of every pimp is to pimp accordingly.
Okay, is that the same Hillary that was on the podcast with us the other day? Healthy with Hillary, is that her?
Yeah, that's her big head ass. What's going on, Hillary? I see Gucci up in here too. How you doing, baby? Yam up in here. What's going on? David that came up in here. Okay. Sunshine that came here. But I just wanted to make it plain that all pimps are not like that.
Okay. Let me just do this real quick. I want to super chat my boy Ayo DeVille. Good evening, dapper dress brother. Good evening, everyone. So shout out to my man Ayo DeVille. Now, let me get back to this, right? Because the name of this is called Give Her a Reason, and we're talking about choosing signals. So, when she was in, like as you said, in pocket with another pimp, you did mention that you were suited and booted. Now, let's go back to the giving her a reason. You couldn't knock her the first day, but you did the second day. When we see you, man, whenever you come online, bro, you already like the most magnificent dressed dude on planet Earth, man. So let's talk
No.
about your appearance and how it played a role in you giving her a reason, even though she didn't choose you the first time, but the subsequent time. Let's talk about the appearance and your mentality of how you approach every day when you're going out in the public and things like that.
Yeah, well, again, not to glorify myself, but God had blessed me at the time. At that time, I was, when you start off young in the game, you ain't really have as much money as you will have in the future. When you first start out, you're young and hungry, and at that time, she seen a young, thin, in shape, young, suited and booted Sinful. That was a different Sinful at that time. That was a 23-year-old Sinful that stayed suited and booted all the goddamn time. So the moment that I came in, I could tell, even though she was doing her best to stay in pocket, that she wanted to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? And because my game wasn't what it is today, and neither was my knowledge, up to par at that particular time. A lot of times, in those times, I would try to use lust to get them dollars to say, "In God we trust." So, if we having a conversation and I'm speaking to a woman, and I think if she make it known that she think that I'm attractive and she attentive to me because I'm attractive, then yeah, I'm gonna use that. You know what I mean? At that particular time, not the Sinful today, but that Sinful at that particular time. Hell yeah, if she looking at me, and I've given her a reason to like me because of the suit that I got on, or the dimples that I have when I smile, you know what I mean, or the conversation that I got on, the cologne or whatever reason I'm about to utilize. But that was one of the reasons, my physical appearance. Even if she couldn't hear the words that proceeded out of my mouth, she wanted to fuck with me simply because of how well groomed I was when she seen me in the store. And when you talking about you just pimping, your nails, everything, man, they need to be manicured. You know what I'm saying? Your feet got to be pedicured, man. You got to have a wave in your hair for each day of the year. If you don't got no waves, whether you have braids or whatever you have, you got to be presentable, because when it comes to the lifestyle of pimping, you always want to present, represent, and defend. You know what I mean? As the great Malcolm X taught, you always want to present, represent, and defend. And everything got to be presentable before it's acceptable. So you want your presentation to be the best definition of beautiful, man. So when you never get a second opportunity to repeat a first impression. So you want to give a reason to decide to want to fuck with you, to decide to choose with you. So you need to be smelling good. You need to be looking up the part. Your breath. You made a lot of these niggas, man, they be wanting the bitch to choose, but you know what I mean? They breath, be smelling, as I like to say, their breath be smelling like 13th chapter of Revelations. A lot of these niggas' breath be smelling like they want to be alone. You know what I mean? And you're not giving a reason. You're giving a reason to not fuck with you. A lot of these niggas, they give reason. They give a bitch a reason to not fuck with you. And then because a lot of them don't know how to socialize, they help the bitch realize when they try to socialize that this nigga is an idiot. He don't got no game. His breath stank. You know what I'm saying? I don't like his attire, and I don't have a desire to talk to the nigga no more. You know what I mean? So a nigga that's a pimp, a full-fledged, 100% pimp, he gonna be an informative representative of this game, because he knows that it's going to be some times where he might see a woman in a store or elevator or whatever, or going up on an escalator, and he might not have an opportunity to speak to her verbally, but he can speak volumes to her physically if his appearance is up to par. So you might not be a suited and booted nigga. You might be a Louis Gucci nigga, but whatever the fuck you got on, it needs to be the best definition of fly, so you can give the bitch a reason to comply to whatever the fuck you desire her to comply to.
Okay, let me ask you this. And shout out to Angela again for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. And you guys come in the building, man, and like the video. We got 249 watching. I just goes to the power of Oshay and Sin, because I don't even have my motherfucking notifications working. And so people are still watching this shit. I think if we had notifications on this shit right now, like they're supposed to, we might be able to have 500, 600 people. So go ahead and get the likes up. Let me ask you this. Outside of the appearance, now let's say I'm a square dude. I'm just eating macaroni and cheese sandwiches every day and shit like that. So I'm talking to Sinful, and then I know that my appearance needs to be up to par. But what else could I work on to give her a reason why she should fuck with me outside of the fact that I'm suited and booted?
Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want to invite people for me and you.
Okay. So while he is doing that,
okay.
Go ahead.
You said give her a reason outside of the suit, bro.
Yeah. So what other reason besides the fact that I got that
beyond the physical
$1,000 suit that you got on player? Besides that one,
what you don't need that. Listen, one of the great. Always remember this: for whether you in the game or whether you outside of the game, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember that you your best campaign. You are your best campaign. To all the young pimps, all the young Macs, all the young gangsters, dope boys, you know what I mean, hustlers, squares, 9-to-5 workers, you know what I mean? No matter what your lifestyle may be, when you endeavoring to obtain, remember that you are your best campaign. You are your best campaign. As a man, you better than the car, you better than the house, you better than the tags, the labels that you got on your motherfucking clothes. You are your best campaign. Seeing what you mean by that. As an individual, it got to be a wow factor about you. When you begin to speak, about a subject, it got to have some type of magnetism about you. You got to have a personality. You got to be able to express your individuality within the conversation. You just got to be the best definition of intelligent when you're talking to a woman, and being funny. Sometimes it ain't about 15 and 20 and 25 letter words and nursery lines and all of that shit. All it's about is reaching the bitch, for you squares, reaching the woman. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to, say something intellectual, but always have a balance with your shit. Within the conversation, you might hit her with something intellectual and then hit her ass right back with something comical. So it's like he's funny, he's intelligent, he's down to earth, he can go high, he can go low. You know what I mean? So outside of the physical appearance, because the truth is this, you're not going to be every woman's preference. A woman might say it again, Pippin. The truth is this, you're not going to be every woman's preference.
Hallelujah.
You're not going to be every woman's physical preference. You can have 23-inch arms. You can have a 53-inch chest with a 30-inch waist. You can have all of this going on. And you're not going to be every woman's preference. You can look like A-Ball and MJG. And if you look like A-Ball with no MJG, I promise you are not every woman's preference. You know what I'm saying? You can look like Prince. You can look like Genuine, Usher, Shamar Moore, Morris Chestnut, whatever guy that women, you know what I mean, have made known that's attractive to them. But that's not every woman's preference. So reality is, when you have a conversation with a woman and you have something electrifying about you or some magnetism about your personality, that even when you are not a woman's physical preference, by you being so intelligent in the museum of knowledge and wisdom, a bitch gonna want to fuck with you just because of your motherfucking mind. A bitch will want to fuck with you just because of your personality. A bitch will want to fuck with you just because of your intellectual capabilities. He might not have a six pack, or he might have a six pack. He might have a big chest. He might have a little, whatever your physical preference may be. I mean, physical preference is you're not going to be every woman's not going to be attracted to you. But if you are intelligent, and we all know that knowledge is power, and women are attentive to power. So if you are a powerful man, you know what I mean, women gonna gravitate to you. So, for you young guys, you know what I mean, you need to abstain and refrain from doing anything that can hinder your intelligence.
Okay.
You need to be reading, you need to be studying, you need to be thinking. I know in the hood sometimes they downplay intelligence and knowledge, you know what I mean, and he's a geek, he's a nerd and all of that. But motherfucker, on your time off, when you get some time, you need to be a nerd. You need to be reading. You need to be studying. You need to be thinking. You need to be thinking about ways that's going to separate you from every other man. You got to be able to say something that no other man has said to her. You got to be able to give her something to think about that no other man has given her to think about. So she might have been with this man that was attractive, and he might have had a big dick, but that's all that he had to offer. He was able to make the woman come. But if you got knowledge and wisdom, you can make a woman come up. And coming up is always going to be better than coming.
Mixtape.
Look at you.
Mixtape. Say that again, dog. I gotta stop you. I was doing something, but I had to mixtape that one. Come on, highlight.
Look at you. Look at you.
Let's say
Look
it
at
again.
you.
Say it again.
When he might be attractive, he can look like genuine. He can be the best definition of fine to the bitch. But the reality is, even with his looks, and he can have a Super Bowl Stanley Cup dick, that he's fucking her and making her. He might, for real, he might have a Stanley Cup Super Bowl dick. But even with his attractive looks and being able to make her come with this Stanley Cup Super Bowl ass dick that he's providing for the bitch, with that knowledge, with that wisdom that you have, in other words, the game, you can make her come up and come up and coming last. It's feel good. It feel good to come. I'm pretty sure it's 243 big head motherfuckers watching. I'm pretty sure that all of you have came before in your life. Well, some of you women are over the age of 30 and 40 years old, and you have never came with a man before, but we'll deal with that later. You know what I mean? Stand in the line. We will talk about blessing you later. But, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people, that you can relate to me. It feels good to come, but it feels better to come up, because coming lasts for a moment. Coming up, you know what I mean, can last for a lifetime. Coming up, you understand me, for a movement. You dig? I see Paulina and about her fine ass up in here. Everybody say what's up to Paulina. She done came up in here with this $9.99. You understand me, to bless Oshay.
Right. And it's been more women in here donating than the men, man. Like y'all niggas know.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed Tell somebody and say that's how it's supposed to be.
Let me just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wayne. Well, you have something?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Let me just read her a super chat. And brothers, like I said, my supporters, right, and Sinful supporters, we worked on this special show for you guys tonight, man. So it's always good if you can support on the super chat, right? Because this is a lifetime of game. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be some of you niggas worse than me, because I told Pastor, I said, bro, you need to get your consultation page together. So, you know what I mean? I'm about to be one of the reasons why you niggas gonna have to start paying $75 for a half and $150 for a full. But my man is coming to giving it to you tonight for the free, right? So, like I said, man, y'all really need to appreciate what this brother is doing, man. Even on his platform, the brother is talented and he's just witty, man. You can't help but like this motherfucker. So again, let's subscribe. For those of my followers, subscribe to him. And definitely moderators tonight, if we can put Sinful The P's YouTube handle in there so these people can subscribe to him. Let me just read Paulina's. All women desire a man who can teach her a thing or two. Stop the show right there. I'm gonna read that again. Mixtape. All women desire a man who can teach her a thing or two. That is what makes him powerful. He should always take her to the next level in everything. Okay. Let me go ahead here and go to my man Kenny Blanco. Dying on good game for the night and beyond. Hey, listen, That's what we try to do over here, man. And again, I'm appreciating this. Like I said, he should be charging you niggas for this, but tonight it's free because Jesus paid it all. But look, let me go back to this. Let me go to this real quick, man. Okay, I'm listening to some of the things that you're telling me because I'm writing them down as you were. It's kind of hard because you be moving real fast with them words and they come out like machine gun bullets. But I'll be just trying to write them down.
No, we here. Come on, man.
So look, I got to ask you some questions on this though, because what you're telling me is outside of the wardrobe and the smelling good and all of these things.
Yeah.
The most important thing is I need to campaign myself, right? And that means the wow factor. That means being funny, being very knowledgeable. Now, here's my question to you in my trick square, because you know that that's what I'm like. I like buying fat bitches. Burgers. Go ahead.
Let me just say before you say that,
okay,
I wanted to be implanted in their minds that your car, your house, your money, you know what I mean, it'll never be equal to you. You will always be more important than your materialistic things. So it only makes sense to build yourself, for materialistic things that you have today can be gone tomorrow. But as long as you got this game, as long as you got the knowledge and wisdom, you can replace the materialistic things that you lost again and again and again because you got the game. You're able to forever give a woman a mental climax. Listen, the women that I've been involved with, I will for always forever have a way of getting them back. If I desire any of them back, I can have them back because I know how to press them buttons. Why? Because I have the information. Not so much of my situation, because I have the information. And a lot of men, when they're talking to women, they promote their situation. And that's how they end up in situationships instead of a relationship, because he promoted the situation instead of the information. Well, go ahead. I just wanted them to know that. Go ahead.
Let me do that because I'm gonna ask you the first question and come back to the situational thing, because you know we do live in American society. American society is very achievement oriented. Improve. Because like you know, I'm in Europe and Poland. It's not about big cars, houses, a lot of money and stuff like that. But I'm gonna come back to the situational piece because you bring up an excellent point. So, Pastor, let me come in and go back to that and write that down here on this. As you guys can see, I'm taking notes. But here's the situation I have for you. Let's say I'm a person that's not funny. I'm a person that doesn't have the wow factor, because I can say, well, Sin, I'm listening to you. You naturally have a wow factor. You a funny motherfucker. You every 13% of words you say rhyme with something. I wish I could do that shit. You're like a walking thesaurus. You be quoting scriptures and telling bitches to go break themselves and then quote scriptures again. How do you do that? Like you're a motherfucker. Like how the fuck do you do? How do you? Oh shit! How the fuck do you do that? I don't want to do that. So but you're saying I need to do these things. How can I improve on the wow factor? I'm not a wow kind of guy.
Right. Actually, well, well, I would say this.
Okay.
So many have spent time trying to get jewelry, trying to get that car, that house, and materialistic things, money. But a lot of these guys don't even know themselves. So there is a wow factor about you. Okay. First thing we need to stop doing is stop being mentally defeated, because as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you already think that there's nothing special about you, then you're right. It's nothing special about you because you believe, you accepted that bullshit that there's nothing special about you.
Stop right there. Say it again. I'm sorry. You got to say it again because they ain't hear you.
You know what I mean? You bought into it. The reason why it ain't nothing special about you is because you believe that there's nothing special about you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You think that there's nothing special about you. You think that you accepted this myth that you don't have no gift. And that's exactly why, each and every day when you get into conversations, a lot of you don't participate the way that you can, you know what I mean, is because, well, I'll never be as funny as Oshay, or I'm not as eloquent as Sin, or I'm not physically in shape like a Freeze, or I don't have that nice Southern voice, like Johnny Cash, or I don't have that magnetism like Clyde, or I don't know how to be real and explicit and preach like Jap. Like I don't have anything special about, and you're right, because you believe that shit. You bought into it. And it's been, like I said, because if you believe in that, don't have anything special about you, you don't even know yourself. And you know what I mean? You believe in that. So when you get into conversations with people, just like most people, you be in ooh and ah of other individuals, and you so busy looking at Sinful, you so busy looking at O'Shea, when you should go to the mirror and look at your damn self. You know what I mean? You got so many people that's praising people and they in ooh and ah, but the reason why they can't manifest their own greatness because they so busy appreciating and celebrating everybody else's greatness, you know what I mean, all the time. But there is no one on earth, to me, at least in my opinion, that doesn't have something special about them. And he that says that there's nothing special about himself is an individual that doesn't know himself.
Okay, let me
Simplicity.
ask you this real quick, and I want to shout out to Paulina. Women will honor a man who honors himself by being truthful. Just be real. We will go to the ends of the earth for a man whose word we can trust. Shout out to Paulina. That's our second super chat. Y'all brothers, don't let these women beat y'all up in here in this super chat when this shit is for y'all. Okay, now don't let these women beat you up in this channel. Now you niggas know better. Let me do this real quick, bro. I gotta ask you a question.
I got to tell you answer.
I'm trying to improve my. I'm trying to stump
Hold
you
on,
niggas, but you're making it hard. Go ahead.
Before we do this, break yourself for the likes. I want all of the women right now, because the women are in compliance tonight. I appreciate all the fine, attractive, big head ass women that got a big ass. You know what I mean? You got hips to say hello before your mouth do. I want you to, share this video on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. There is some woman that needs to hear this tonight. There's some gameless young man that needs to hear this tonight. So by all means, the more likes, the more shares, it produces a bigger audience, and we get things more on fire. The more comments, the more participation. You know what I mean? It compels us, you know what I mean, to give you more of a manifestation of the gifts that's inside of us. So by all means, man, we all make the video, not just me and O'Shea. We all make the video, family. So by all means, share and hit that like button. Break yourself for the likes right now. Stop staring at the like button and break yourself for the like button right now. Now go ahead, O'Shea. What was you about to say?
Okay, let's deal with the choosing signals. Okay, now I want to position this to you. Now that you have eloquently helped me give her a reason, I am having a difficult time understanding signals that this woman is, because remember, I'm a square. Like I just found Sinful The P His channel yesterday. I was eating a collard green sandwich. I was like, whoa, who's this nigga in the suit? And so that I just started watching you shit. But I got, I done paid the $150 for the hour, right? Now that I have been listening to you and I have, really come to this realization, okay, so now I'm having a hard time picking up these signals. Okay. Now, what I want to ask you is this: what is it that pimps understand are men in the lifestyle about choosing signals or certain eye contacts or things that you can pick up real quick that women who want to fuck with you, that us squares and niggas don't understand? We don't understand it as a choosing signal, but you do. How do you engage that? How can you tell?
Well, of course, our lifestyles are the best definition of different.
Okay.
Okay. So, choosing in our lifestyle is not just a woman, looking at us or smiling. That gives us the first, impression that she desires, to talk to me, or she desires to be with me. But let me just say some things before I go into all of that. Let me just put it like this. Like, for example, me and you was on the phone prior to doing this video, and a young woman jumped in my inbox and she said, "Sinful, I'm ready to choose." I did not reply, and 9 out of 10, I'm not going to even reply to it. Because I automatically feel the spirit of groupieism. I can feel that the bitch is a groupie, and she's not a hoe, she's not a HOE. She just want to be able to say that she spoke to Sinful The P. She just want to be able to say that she played in Sinful The P's inbox, or she might have got sent, from somebody else or whatever. So let me break things down because, of course, I got people that's listening now, and people are going to be listening in the future. So I have to always explain things carefully and wisely so everybody intellectually can understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Okay.
When I'm speaking to a woman, when a woman is endeavoring to choose me, she must understand the significance, of who I am, so she can understand the importance of my instructions. Okay, so hold on. By the way, let me fix this up.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. So you know what I mean. When I'm talking to a woman, within the conversation, after I finish listening to her give her hoography, or her biography, whether she's a hoe or a square, and once I convey some things about what I want, I'm gonna find out if she's choosing me by her actions and transactions, because in my lifestyle, if I can't count it, it don't count. See, as a square, in the square lifestyle, a woman can just say, I like you, or, he like her, or I love you. And, words without actions get you far over there. But words without actions and transactions in my lifestyle, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's I wanted to break it down, the difference between, before I go further, before I expound and say something profound, let me explain. When a woman chooses a pimp, she's coming in the spirit of obedience in totality. She's given her whole self. You got my mind, you got my heart, you got my obedience. I want to obey you. I want to comply to the information that you're given. I'm ready to submit. I'm ready to be in total submission to everything that you're willing to do. I'm ready to allow you to preside over my life, because the instructions and information that you got is so empowering and so encouraging. I have to have you in my motherfucking life. So if I got to give up my obedience, these green papers with dead hypocrites on it, and submit this shit to you in order to have you in my motherfucking life, that's what the fuck I'm going to do, because I'm willing to make the sacrifice, keyword sacrifice, to choose you. And in our lifestyle, a woman has to make a sacrifice to choose. In the square world, no. And how do we know when a woman wants to sincerely be with us in our lifestyle? Is when, after that first conversation, she had that reunion with Western Union, or she sit up there, you understand me, and take that bankroll to Wells Fargo, and we check that bank account and we see the results of her thoughts, by that. So, it got to be actions and transactions with us. It ain't just motherfucking words. She could say that for a trick. When she talking to the pimping, it got to be some motherfucking actions to go along with it. So we know that a woman is actually sincere and authentic and really in it and ready to be down with it once she sit up there and make some actions transpire as far as giving us our desire, and that's that motherfucking money. That's that, you know what I mean? And when we really see that she's chosen in totality is when she give more than currency, and that's some loyalty. And that means that she's choosing in totality and not just giving money. Now, as a motherfucking square, if I see a woman at a club, you know what I mean, and she's staring at me, I'm staring at her, because it's all about, because you said, choosing. What I want to ask you about, is it pertaining to a relationship or is it pertaining to sex for the squares?
I'll tell you what, let's give me both if you can, but let me do this real quick. Let me just shout out some of the super chatters, man. And
go ahead.
My boy Brian Jenkins out of Alabama. What's good, fam? Seeing need to sell this shit on audio. I've been trying to tell him, but he don't want to listen to me. Shit, Uber guy, a little too much game on here. Y'all helping me too. LOL fact. Shout out to my man, the Uber guy. He drives Uber. He gives instructions on that. My boy Ill Wills again. I can't say too much about him. $2. Great brother out of New York City. And Paulina, she said in the chat, thanks. I was looking for a man to donate more to me. So shout out to my man Brian Jenkins, man. A lot of you brothers is always supporting the channel over here anyway. So I appreciate you, brothers, man. Get the likes up here. We got 262 watching. Sin, go ahead and break down both.
Let me say this,
okay,
because the brother says sin must have sent you. And I want you to know that I have never sent Paulina, and no man has ever sent Paulina as far as in the game. But Paulina is so respectful of information. She knows that from the game, from the lifestyle, the information is so impeccable that it's applicable to any lifestyle that you endeavor to participate or accumulate in. So the moment that she hears something profound, or something that's beneficial from an official person, she just shows, some type of gratitude for the multitude of blessings that's come out that man's mouth. So you don't have to be a pimp, a hoe, a Mac, or any of that to appreciate education, to appreciate information, to appreciate knowledge that's not being taught in college. You know what I mean? You don't have to, be a hoe or a prostitute to get some motherfucking distributes for this game. No. So we appreciate Paulina, for giving an example to what brothers are supposed to do, what sisters are supposed to do. And thank you, Paulina. By all means, may the blessings of God in this game abide and never subside on your life. Now, what was you saying, bro?
all right. And now I'm gonna do this. So remember, you asked a question that you asked. Did I want you to break down, um, in relationships or in the game or something about that as far as the choosing signals? So I'll tell you what, you start breaking the game down, my bladder with all this coffee is running. So you can talk pretty good. So as you were talking, I will be out here urinating and I'll come back, brother. So go ahead on and hold it down, man. And
okay, well, go ahead. While you gone, I want to tell everybody that has not subscribed to this channel, my family, make sure you subscribe. I know that you guys like to watch the pimp and whole, content. And, that's beautiful. But at the same particular time, I want you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to hit the like button. I want you to hit the share button. And just as he's been a blessing to us, I want you to be a blessing to them. Also, before I say what I'm about to say, let me shout out some family. Paulina Johnson, MBA. She just started a channel. I want everybody to check out the content on her channel. She has a doctorate degree. And she's got an awesome book, and her life can be such a blessing to the lives of others. So, I want you to click on her channel and go over there and subscribe and hit the bell over at her channel. And I also want you to check out Healthy with Hillary. For you ladies that's big as fuck, you endeavoring to lose motherfucking weight, depression has you in a bad mental mind state, you can sit up there and watch, Healthy with Hillary, and go over there. She's sitting over there, especially if you like women, if you like to see women with nice big asses, titties and shit, working out, getting their workout on. Women that's always attracting dudes and eating whole foods. You can go over there to Healthy with Hillary and subscribe to her channel and hit the bell. Also, she's pretty, she's fine, and her motherfucking ass got a motherfucking mind of his own. Also go to David J's channel, man. That's my brother, man. Even though he don't know shit about R&B music, he got his own channel, man. David J. You can hit his channel, hit the subscribe button, and the bell is already hit that bell. So the moment, if you're a fat nigga, you look like Biz Marquis or Fat Joe, a Big Pun, you're gonna find his channel a lot of fun, because the nigga is giving some good game to the guys that's the fat boys and big ass niggas and shit. So if you're a big nigga, you got big ass titties, your belly button look like a motherfucking pussy or a hallway, you want to subscribe to David J's channel. You might be saying, I'm fat as fuck, I look ugly as hell. You know what I mean? My breath, you know what I mean, smell like something contrary to, you know what I mean, what people want to smell. You know what I mean? Yeah, you need to get you some good advice so your life can be finally the definition of nice. You know what I mean? Go on to David J channel and hit his shit. Now, for you motherfucking squares, and shouts out to the homie. He said, Team Oshay, you know what I mean? Hi, GADEFF. The bro came up in here, man, with $25. You dig? You know, blessings to you, bro. But getting right into it, right? You know, when it comes to this pussy, man, you know, and let's minister to the pussy for a little bit. So many people want to, you know, talk about the origin of this and how many times this go into that, but they don't never want to break down and expound and say something profound about, you know, ministering about these signals about getting some pussy. So let's break it down. Whether you're in a club, whether you're at the store, whether you're at a motherfucking bus stop, truck stop, you know what I mean, gas station, you could always tell when a woman want to have fornication, you know, with you know, period. First of all, spirit no spirit. So Gerald Levert used to sing a song back in the day called It's Written All Over Your Face. You know, so you can pretty much tell when a bitch wants your chromosomes on her face. So, come on. You can't. Come on, bro. This nigga stupid. I can't listen, bro. You gotta let me. Come on now. You gotta be serious. You gonna take me out my shit. You know what I mean? Now,
Okay, I'm sorry, man. Let me turn the camera off.
Okay. So you can always tell, you know, when a woman really want to give it to you without her telling you that she wants to give it to you. You know, spirit no spirit. That's what the scriptures say. That's what the words say. So, you know, if I'm at a gas station, you know, and I look at a woman before I even say anything to her, you know what I mean? A gas station, mall, store, whatever, you know what I mean? Plus, you know what I mean, I got a sinful spirit, so I could always tell when a motherfucker got that same lustful, sinful demon, you know, within them. So if I'm talking, you know, not talking, but if I walk up, example, if I walk up, and this is real shit too. You know, this may happen before the game, okay? Before y'all go off. Damn, Sam, this is before the game, right? Mm-hmm. So you at a gas station like I was, and I just knew instantly when I seen her. You know what I mean? I just knew instantly. First of all, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I got to break everything down. You know I do. She was dark skinned. And I don't know why, but this is just, you know, when I seen her pretty little dark, because she was pretty, but she was dark skinned. And during this time, you know, I was on my light skin, brown skin movement, you know what I mean? But she was dark skinned and she had a fat ass. I had to speak to her. I just had to. She had an ass that could take up a motherfucking parking lot. So I stood up there, you know what I mean? I looked at her. And I'm looking dead at her. I haven't said no word to her. I'm looking dead at her. True story. She's standing in the line. I'm looking dead at her. You know, man, I come right in front of her, looking dead at her. Mm-hmm. And she like, what's wrong with you? I said, no, what's right with you? You know what I'm saying? That's why I came over here. I had to talk to you. You know, you ain't supposed to be walking around here with all of that, you know what I mean, without me. And because she smiled at that, because she laughed at that, I'm the wrong motherfucker to smile and laugh with. You know what I'm saying? If you come up to a woman and you say if you get to a physical part of her body and you say some shit like, you know, you ain't supposed to be walking around here with all of that, you know what I mean, without me. Some old corny ass line, because I wouldn't even say no shit like that. But this is a young Sinful. That wasn't even Sinful at this time. This was field. This is square field. And you know, when I said this little corny ass square shit, she liked it. Mm-hmm. She liked this shit. She's laughing. She's smiling. I haven't asked you your name. Mm-hmm. I haven't sat up there and, how are you doing? What's going on? I didn't give you no music soul child love presentation at all. You know what I mean? I got right to the point talking about that ass. Yeah, it's Ha Davis would say, toot that ass up. I came right to you talking about your ass. And immediately she laughs and smiles. A motherfucker like me, if you smile and laugh after I say something like that, I'm going to take it as you want to give me some pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm going to take it as you want to give me some pussy because I done sit up there and instantly came at you letting you know. So she's smiling and laughing. So instantly I say, what are you doing tonight? Straight to the point. What are you doing tonight? She said, well, I was going to kick it with some of my friends and stuff like that. I said, no. We about to be together tonight. You're still laughing and smiling. So that lets me know I got action at getting what I desire to have from you because you're smiling and laughing. A bitch that didn't have no interest in me, she would have cut this conversation short, told my corny little motherfucking square ass to get the fuck up out of her face and sit up there and handle the transaction at the front of the store, went to the car and drove the fuck off on my lame ass. But due to the fact that you smiling and laughing, after I told you that we're going to be chopping it up tonight, now we at your car. Now we exchanging numbers. Now we getting ready to meet up. And, true story, man. You know what I mean? Set up there made me file for sperm bankruptcy that night. You know what I'm saying? Set up there and clean house. And she was just like I like it too. You know what I mean? She was putting the tongue all in the hole. Because some of you bitches, you swallow, but you don't open the mouth head. You got to open the mouth head, bitch. You got to let the spirit of lust lead you and open up the mouth head of the dick and stick your tongue in the dick so you won't miss the greatness that's proceeding out of my dick, bitch. I don't want you to miss none of the greatness. Now, you know what I mean? Because, see, shouts out to the ladies that don't miss none of the greatness. Now, go ahead, because I don't want to go off.
Go ahead. You do your thing.
No, go ahead.
I ain't gonna nag right now. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to that story. The fact that I said something, if you coming for sex, if you want to fuck, you don't want no. Now, what I will say is this, because I'm going to give my fellas a good example. Because I'm talking to you niggas like we just sitting on the couch chopping up good game. Okay, like, how many seen my video that I did with Hillary? I'm not Hillary, Z. How many seen my video with Z or know who Z is? Even if you don't, I'm about to tell you who she is. I'm just using her as an example because I can. But I just wanted to let it be known. She's a very pretty girl.
Okay.
She's pretty, right? So the reason why I'm using her because some of y'all seen it and you think she's pretty. So okay, this is what I'm saying. Some of y'all, because a girl is pretty, you sit up there and put on an Oscar award performance as if you want something else when you really want to tell her that you want to fuck. But you sit up there and get into this relationship and she playing and she telling you shit that, you really don't give a fuck about hearing. You really don't give a damn. She telling you about her day and, how people pissed her off at the job. Shit that you don't care about. All you want her light-skinned ass to do is drop them draws. And I'm going to tell you that you could have got them draws, but you allowed her appearance to be the motherfucking interference. And a lot of y'all allowed the appearance to be the interference from you seeing the truth of this bitch dot ass ways, or this bitch hoe ass ways, or this bitch freaky ass ways. Cause you see an attractive big head bitch and you saying to yourself, I can't sit up there and just get at her like this. She's a classy girl and she looks like this. Man, fuck all that. It's about you. Get yours. And it's a billion women out here. So what is the worst thing that this big head ass bitch can say? No. So we're not wasting no motherfucking time. Me, especially when I got real comfortable, you know what I mean, with the pussy, I got straight to the point and I would just let bitches know that I'm physically attracted to you. And if she play into that, any type of laughing and smiling and all of this shit, giving me too much rhythm, yeah, I'm pretty much fuck. Cause I'm a fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to create a residence in this pussy. I'm about to email address and the whole nine.
What's the percentage on that when you know that they're interested and you can they let you know that choosing signal?
Before you even say that, okay. Bro, I come into the conversation already knowing I'm about to get the pussy.
Whoa!
First of all,
I gotta ask you, how do you know that? Because that one is, how do you know you come into the conversation with that?
I'm gonna be all the way 100. Do you want it from street, spiritual? Which one?
Give me everything, man. I need all. Shit.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, I always had a mindset of I'm pretty much the anointed of God, even though I'm backslidden. The gifts and callings of God are without repentance. So, just like how could I say it? When I was in the ministry, preaching and teaching and things like that, I developed myself as a speaker. I spoke in front of thousands. So speaking in front of thousands of people, speaking to one woman, it's just one woman. You know what I'm saying? So even though I wasn't, let's say, I didn't have any degrees, but I knew the word of God. I had some education. Mm-hmm. I like to read. I'm always thinking. I'm very comical. And just to be real, I'm not an ugly ass nigga. So, I got too many things working in my favor. And even if I was an ugly ass nigga, I'm so motherfucking arrogant and confident and intelligent and heaven sent that a bitch still got to give me this motherfucking beautiful pussy. So let's say if Sinful was 5'7" and 380 pounds, believe it or not, these bitches is still gonna suck and fuck me because I'm a shit talking ass motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Bitches like niggas that's arrogant, confident, intelligent, infinite minded. You know what I mean? I'm just coming in the door like, bitch, I already know you want to fuck my fat ass. What's happening? So that's the difference. The ugly nigga, it's different from being ugly. And then you walking in the spirit of ugliness. You looking in the motherfucking mirror like, damn, woe is me. I'm ugly. Damn, woe is me. My dick little. Damn, woe is me. I'm fat as hell. Oh, damn, woe is me. I'm skinny as fuck. I don't have no chest. Damn, woe is me. I'm broke. Damn, woe is me. I'm stupid. So if you want them more woe is me ass niggas, one of these lamentation, gnashing of teeth ass niggas that, life is just melancholy and sorry all the motherfucking time, then yeah, I can understand why you don't, pussy don't gravitate to you, because as a man think it, so is he. But when you have an individual that's confident in themselves and constantly making daily deposits of love within itself, daily deposits of confidence within his motherfucking self, when he step up to a bitch, he already coming like, I know you gonna fuck with me because what else you gonna fuck with? You know what I'm saying?
Mixtape. Say it again.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I know you gonna fuck with me because what else the fuck you gonna fuck with? I'm more intelligent than him. I'm more intelligent. I'm more funny. Let's say, okay, like I said, let's say I'm ugly. I'm cross-eyed and everything. If I'm cross-eyed and ugly, first thing I'm gonna say to myself is I need to be fly. I need to dress fly. I need to smell good. I need to be intelligent, and I need to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I don't eat pussy, but if I was ugly and cross-eyed, 9 out of 10, I would be eating the shit out the pussy. Right? You know what I'm saying? I would be, man, hold on. I'd be like this with the motherfucking pussy. Just, you know what I mean? Just all up in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I would be all up in the pussy. You know what I mean? A bitch would be sprung because I would wake up sucking on her pearl tongue if I was ugly, you know what I'm saying, and cross-eyed. So you got to pick struggles. You can't just be struggling all across the motherfucking board. You know, so if I was an ugly nigga, for you ugly niggas that's listening, if I was an ugly nigga, I'll be like, okay, I need to be successful. You know, I need to be a successful individual. I need to get some money. I'm talking about for the squares. I ain't talking pimping horn right now. I'm talking for the squares.
Right.
I need to gain some power.
Right.
What is knowledge? So some game about myself. I'm funny. I stay well groomed. I always smell good. And with my ugly cross-sided ass, I'm gonna get some pussy. Why? Because bitches are always in need, you know, of a man with power. So the thing is to chase the power, to gain power. And the more that I become more powerful, bitches will gravitate to me because I'm the best definition of powerful. I need power. So, you know, whether it be a career, whether in music or whatever, I got to have power to be able to do this and do that and do this and do that. And by her being in need of security, because security is a necessity for a woman, and he that is powerful can always provide security for a motherfucking woman. So he that can provide security is a necessity to a woman. He that can sit up there and provide empowerment, development, you know what I mean? Some type of excitement, you know, he's always going, whether he's ugly or not, this nigga, you understand me, is powerful. Jay-Z is not the, you know, most attractive man in the world, but he's powerful. He's a very powerful, even if Beyonce didn't want him, if she died today, if she wasn't his bitch, he can replace Beyonce's ass. Why? I'm talking about looks. I ain't talking about characteristics, but he can replace Beyonce's ass as far as looks is concerned. Why? Because he's powerful. So a lot of you squares, you're chasing the wrong thing. You sitting up here chasing some old handsome ass bitch when you should really be chasing the power. Once you chase power, chase knowledge, chase wisdom, chase the game, chase principle. Once you chase that, big head bitches will gravitate to you. Period. Hold on.
Okay. While you doing that, let me get some shout outs. This is too much game for the tube, nigga. All right, let me go ahead and shout some people out, man. My big bro out here, High Def out of Virginia. He dropped $25, man. I think you shouted him out already. Whiskey to Dime, Pimping and Preaching Volume 1. That's the mixtape, nigga. You better buy it. Right now, we got a sale on that mixtape. Buy one, get none free, nigga. Buy one, get none free. Available at www.spendallyourmoney.com. So we had that on for you. Don't worry about that.
Yourself.
Breakyourself.net. Thomas Dixon, Chillin' O'Shea, blessing the collection trade tonight for all this game. Shout out to you, bro. Julian Brown, $5 in the collection plate. Tony Macaroni Williams. Now, you know what a name like that. That's a bad nigga. Blessings to the building fund. Appreciate you, family. All of y'all, man, even without the notifications on YouTube acting up, man, we still got 299 in here watching. So I appreciate, you know, seeing coming by and all the rest of y'all in here. And buy one, get none free. That was a square came out with that. That wasn't the pimping that taught me that one. That was some square shit. Okay, that's a square line. So if you hear the nigga Sinful ever say that shit, that nigga stole it from a square. Okay, he stole that shit from a square, motherfucker. Because that's what some shit that me and my square niggas came up with. All right, so get the likes up here real quick, man. And okay,
yeah,
go back and break the game down, man. I'm just gonna
but let me get back to that.
Okay.
Don't allow I want to get back to, I want you to remember that. Not allowing the appearance to be the interference of me seeing the truth. So just because this woman is attractive, I shouldn't disrespect myself or hinder myself from getting what I want. You know what I mean? Because she's attractive, she light skinned, she pretty, she got long hair, she got nice. Fuck all that. It's about what the fuck I want. And if she can't give me what the fuck I want, then I don't want a big head ass. You need to get that mentality into you. If she can't give me what I want, then I don't want her. Period. If she can't produce what I want, I'm not talking pimping right now. I'm talking man shit. Okay. If that woman cannot provide what I want, if she ain't willing to give me what I want, then fuck her anyway. At least I sat up there and took time out my day to bless the bitch. See, once you get a mentality of, when I talk to a woman, I'm blessing her, I'm doing her a favor, instead of her doing you a favor, it's different. A lot of y'all think the bitch doing you a favor. And because you think that the bitch is doing you a favor, that's exactly why, you understand me, the outcome don't be, you know what I mean, the income, or the outcome don't be you coming simply because you think this bitch doing you a favor. You come in with the mindset, you know what I mean, like, man, I'll drink your bath water. Man, I'll work another job, you know what I mean, and sit up there and be around you, man. It's just, man, it's truly a blessing to be in your presence, man. Your presence is a present. So I won't be hesitant to give you whatever you desire to have, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to work, you know what I mean, and sit up there and put in extra hours and, do whatever I got to do to have you, because, man, see, before the shit even started, he came in there kissing the ass and letting the bitch sit on his face and all type of shit, and stop doing that. Some of you niggas be kissing ass and you letting the bitch know that she more valuable than you the minute that you even had a conversation. You already coming in as a fan that want a motherfucking autograph. Me, even before that, I would come in the conversation knowing that I'm the best definition of valuable. And I know you want to fuck me. I'm me. But if you don't have that type of confidence, then yes, you will be another nigga just happy to lick the sweat off a bitch ass. And, if she don't have a place to sit down, she could always use your face, that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Let me do this. We have my brother Keep It Techie. Great show, pimping. Shout out to you, bro. Let's do this. Get the likes up, man. We have 299 watching. For those of you who are haven't subscribed to Sinful The P, press 1. Okay, and we'll definitely get that to you in the link to subscribe to his page. So guys, get the likes up, and I see the brothers coming in with the support. I appreciate it. But Sin, let me just ask you a question real quick, because you said that a lot of guys make the woman feel more special than they are. Now you didn't produce this video, but you talked about a female staying in pocket. Okay. And your boy, shout out to Freeze is it, he made a really good video about not sweating broads and teaching them to stay in pocket. In other words, there's a situation where there's a female is out and working or something, and then there's another pimp trying to basically take her away from the other pimp. And as a pimp, he also stays in pocket, means that he's not going to trying to interrupt, because he feels like if he tries to interrupt. Go ahead.
Let me make sure, because when you speaking about this game, everything got to be correct.
Okay.
Pimps pimp accordingly.
Okay.
Pimps are not in pocket. The bitch is in pocket.
Okay.
The pocket belonged to the pimp. The pocket belonged to the gang. Pimps just pimp accordingly and behave and conduct themselves accordingly, but they not in pocket. That's for the bitch to be in pocket.
Okay.
So if you ever hear niggas saying that, oh, you out of pocket or I'm in pocket, he's speaking bitch terminology. You know what I'm saying? Pimps ain't in pocket. Pimps is pimping accordingly. So I just want to make, because we got young novices in the game, and I don't want them going outside. I'm in pocket. And the other pimp's like, nigga, you in pocket? Yeah, I'm in pocket. So I don't want. Go ahead.
All right. So my apologies. So, and then he said the reason why, like, if he sees a female working, and assuming, let's say that female is his, not to say that it is, but assuming that's the situation, he doesn't sweat the dude trying to take the female from him. And the reason why he says that is because if I do that, then it's going to show her that she's more valuable than what she really is. Okay, so I want you to break that down from the
square,
and the square, because to know when to stop talking to a woman, because some guys, they keep texting, they keep calling, they keep inboxing, and they will have a bitch feeling like she is God. And that's exactly why these bitches walk around right now as if they shit don't stink. It's because, you understand me, you got guys, that's constantly texting, constantly calling, constantly, hey, pick me, me, please, that type of mentality. And he's lame as fuck.
You don't want a woman to feel as if she's more valuable, number one, than you. I'm talking to the squares, to the men outside of the game,
Okay.
because she's not. You are a man. A woman is, like I always say, a woman is the gift of God, and she is to be treated as if she is the gift of God. But I want you young men to understand that just because she's the gift of God and you treat the woman like she is a gift of God, always remember that the gift is never equivalent to the recipient of the gift.
Mm-hmm.
So, just because I treat you like the gift of God, bitch, you are not God. So you don't want to allow a woman to be a God to you, or you speak to her, as if she's on a pedestal, she's on a level that she ain't even earned to be on. And like I said, all that inboxing and calling, if you get at a broad at a mall and you said something to her, you gave her a compliment, it didn't turn into the development that you desire. You might see her again, you might smile or say something to her,
Mm-hmm.
but to constantly become a pest. I'm not saying about being persistent, because by all means, when it comes to women, it's all about timing. You might have said the right words, but you met her at the wrong time. So that's why you couldn't have her, because it was just all the wrong time, at that. Women are governed by emotions. So, when you spoke to her, maybe she had the wrong energy, the wrong emotions at that time. So I'm not saying if you see a woman a second opportunity, if you get a second opportunity to see her a third time, I'm not saying that you shouldn't say hi or not speak to her or something like that. If the opportunity presents itself, if you desire to, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I carry myself very important these days, more important these days. So if I say something to her and she didn't bite, because I felt like I came down from the heavens to bless you, and you didn't take advantage of what I blessed you with, then no, I can't devalue this game, and I'm not going to disrespect myself by going out of my way to speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me because of the position that I'm in nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier, before my circumstance now, I never was a pest. But at the same particular time, if I see a woman at a club, the first Saturday that I got at her, I might have told her that I like her attire. I gave her a compliment. And if she didn't give me the vibe, because I have been done like that. I don't want to paint a picture to you guys like Sinful The P ain't never been turned down. Sinful The P been turned down innumerable times. That's why Sinful The P got the game that he has now. You know what I mean? Sinful The P done been turned down. Hey, every motherfucker that's been at the club or anywhere, like when you get at a broad, you say something to her and she just look at you like this. And and don't let her be with her friends, you know what I mean? And she get real Hollywood on you, be like, hey, I just want to tell you that, excuse me. She do something like, excuse me. And yes, that has happened to several people before. I don't want to put on, listen, I don't want like most P's to give you, pimps to give you something impeccable, like, man, I bet every time he talk to a bitch, he knocks her. No, I do not. No, I do not. No, no, no. You know what I mean? There's been times that I've got at a bitch. And when I got at her or I got at that woman, I initiated a conversation with that woman. She's like, excuse me, pardon me, no. Or how girls sometimes be with their friends. She might even not even get a chance. Her friend might step in and just be like, excuse me, no, she's taken. Goodbye. So that didn't happen to me too. The same things that transpired with y'all, that didn't happen with me too. I don't want to create that type of thing. But as I evolved,
Mm-hmm.
I always use these three things. And I hope these three things can be a blessing to you. I always observe,
Mm-hmm.
I stay preserved, and that's the way I know who deserves my time.
Okay, wait. Stop the
Observe.
show. Yeah. I had to do the mixtape. I know you're gonna do it anyway, but say it again.
Observe.
Okay.
So observation.
Okay.
And this ain't just pertaining to a woman. This pertaining to just anything in life. A lot of niggas wouldn't be in incarceration or that last destination called the graveyard if they would have made some observation first. So when you go out into the streets in the club, when you go out into the streets, you want to observe first. Okay, because that woman might belong to somebody that if you speak to her, that could put you in a circumstance that might be cause you to be in prison or might cause you to be in the graveyard. So you need to do some observation. So this ain't just for squares. This is for pimps too, because there was a pimp in Las Vegas that lost his life, got shot in his head, and he was endeavoring to knock, to have a brand new woman, to pursue this woman. And this particular woman was dealing with a gangbanger. So, the gangbanger, he didn't respond like a pimp. He reacted like a gangbanger. And due to him reacting like a gangbanger, that pimp is no longer here. So, you not only want to do this pertaining to women, you want to do this in the streets, period. Observation, watch, look, peep game. Let me give you young pimps even some examples, like, say, for example, like you in the casino in Vegas. And this particular woman, she's at the bar. She's fine. She's attractive. She looked like a young Pamela Anderson. She got titties that's gang banging, you know what I mean, and everything. She's at the bar. She looks like she makes $5,000 a night. And you see her. You want to say something to her, but peep game, observe. Don't just go up to her. What's happening, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I see you over here looking all fine and shit. You know what I mean? Looking all good this year, looking like a motherfucking young Britney Spears, bitch. You know what I mean? What's happening, man? You know what I mean? You at the bar, you know what I'm saying? But could you get a pimp a new house, a new car, though, bitch? Is you ready to get pregnant by the game and give birth to real estate mansion and the big things, bitch? You know what I'm saying? You ready to choose up with some pimping, though? And she might say, she might say, choose up with what? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Choose up with some pimping, dog, man, some pimping. And next thing you know, 16 Metro police officers are running from the back to arrest your motherfucking ass. And this could have been avoided if you had observed. You can avoid misunderstandings by getting an outstanding understanding tonight. So you should listen. Always observe. There are guys right now that's in the county jail, all because they didn't observe. If he would have simply sat back and looked at this woman sitting down at the bar, he would have been able to see that a hoe's place is in a trick's face. So if she's just sitting at the bar, pimps is coming up talking to her. She's talking to pimps, but she's not talking to no tricks. She's just talking to pimps. That's not good. That observation lets me know that she's either the people or this bitch didn't even come out to make any money tonight. So why would I endeavor to even knock her? Because one of my objectives to have the bitch is to break the bitch. And if she's not in a hoe's place, which is in a trick's face, after this conversation, what the fuck am I gonna break her for if she ain't even sitting over there working? You understand me, to sit up there and have some money.
Okay.
So the fact that she's attractive, that's cool, but you need to be attentive, be watchful, be vigilant, be sober-minded. So, give you some more examples. Okay. You might see a woman on the track. You might see a woman at outside, endeavoring to get some money or appearing to look like she's getting some money. Okay. But if you call some of your friends, observation and communication as well. But if you call some of your partners like, who is this bitch? Where is this bitch from? Or anybody seen her? And you get confirmation that don't nobody know the bitch, ain't nobody ever seen the bitch. You know what I mean? She ain't really, she talking to people in cars, but she ain't getting into none of them. You know what I mean? She might just be talking to people in cars to put up a facade as if she's hoeing. But in all actuality, she is a fucking police officer. She's vice. And if you don't sit up there and observe, you're going to end up paying the price on being negligent instead of being intelligent tonight. So in everything that you do, you want to observe. So when it comes to a woman at a bar for the squares, getting back to the squares, I just had to get it pimping a little bit. For the squares, if I'm with O'Shea, me and O'Shea, we in Old Town Scottsdale. We go in bottle blondes. And we go into a club. And O'Shea getting ready to talk to a bride. I might grab O'Shea and say, man, peep game first, bro. You know what I'm saying? Peep game first. Because O'Shea might have seen that girl and thought that, you know what I mean, because she's attractive, that she's cool. But he don't know that she fucking with some street nigga or some gangster or, you know, a gangbanger or a pimp. And he's ready to, he might, not saying O'Shea does that, but I'm just saying he might go up to her, because a lot of you niggas do that. You start conversations off with your hands. Learn how to talk with your mouth. When you getting at a woman, it's cool to be flirtatious, but young pimps, pimp with your mouth, and even to you squares, socialize with your mouth, not your hands. Because socializing with your hands sometimes will be the last thing that you do with your hands if it's the wrong motherfucking man's woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you need to make an observation. I had to stop one of my cousins one time because he's like that. He likes to initiate conversation with his hand, putting his hand on a woman's arm and, you know, touchy-feely type. And you will run into the wrong motherfucker, cause your ass to be dead. Now, you know, let's say, okay, getting away from all that serious shit, getting to some play shit. You know, if I know my bro, if example of mouth, Darius, what do you mean? Explain it, bro, and I'll give you a better answer. I'll put it in simplicity. You know, if I know O'Shea came out here to fuck, you know, he trying to fuck for free. You know, he looking for a cool bitch to fuck on. We chilling, and he want a nice something thick to take to the hotel room to fuck on. Because I'm an observer and I'm fucking with bro like that, I can see a bitch and instantly tell, you know what I mean, a freakish, you know, type of spirit that this big head bitch may have, or a bitch that I know is about to sit up there and be down with it. I could tell without even talking to her. You know, it's just a spirit of discernment that is within me. So, you know, but I only can discern if I observe. So, you know what I mean? As we observing her dancing and all that type of shit, you know, I might sit up there and tell O'Shea, like, look, bro, she gonna be cool. But the only reason why O'Shea got a chance to do some fornication that night is because I did some observation that night. I could tell him, like, yeah, this bitch, bro. And some of y'all like that. Me, myself, I tell my young niggas and my people, don't sit up there and fuck these bitches that be drunk. Because there's a lot of niggas that ended up in rape cases and some more shit with these bitches that drink and all of that shit. So leave them, you know, leave them drunk bitches alone. But yeah, don't try to do don't put nothing in there either. But you know what I'm saying? But if she's sober, you know what I mean, and she looking right, she dancing and all that, I could already tell that she want to fuck, because if she letting O'Shea get away with certain things, if he flirting with her and saying certain things, and she didn't let him put his hands she put his hands in certain areas while they was dancing and shit like that, she's giving good communication. Without saying, I'm gonna fuck you tonight, she's pretty much letting O'Shea know, you can hit this. It's okay. We're in Scottsdale. You know what I'm saying? She put his hands on the ass, or she grabbed his dick. You know what I mean? So O'Shea knows now, because not only has he done observation, but they, you know, she done made physical contact, letting O'Shea know that it's cool. Pac used to have a song called "Is It Cool to Fuck?" The bitch just let it be known it's cool to fuck. So that's how he know. Observation lead to good fornication. But like I said, man, observe. Hold on. Did the brother before? Because you know how I am. Did the brother explain his question? Hold on.
He said that he ended up getting it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me just shout
No,
out
you
some
good.
people, man. My brother Quentin Mott out of Colorado draped him in two super chats, $2. Situational awareness is everything. Keith Lamont, $5. Keep it. Keep taking from the last time. So let me continue on to what you were just saying, man, because I'm gonna just keep soaking it up, and then I'm gonna come back with some questions. But you was doing good. Keep on going, man. Keep on flowing.
Like I said, man, you know what I mean? It's all about observation. Like
Mhm.
I could preach on that and I could keep preaching on that, you know what I mean, for eons, but, when you observe, when you steady looking, sometimes it might just not just be a what she doing. Some niggas knew that they could fuck, and I hate to say it, but guys think like that. And ladies, if you don't want to be talked to like that, or a man to introduce himself, talking to you in a sexual manner, sometimes, your attire is very inviting, for those type of conversations.
Okay.
If you dressing very provocative, 9 out of 10, if you in the club, you're gonna have a motherfucker come up to you and say something to you, probably about sex or just letting it be known, you know what I mean, that he wanna fuck. And you made it that way, by the way that you were dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna see some guys, like I said, they're observing.
Mm-hmm.
They're observing your behavior. They're observing everything about your attire and everything. So if you got on something where you halfway naked or damn near naked, then yes, a guy is going to think that the probability of him getting some good pussy tonight, is very high
Mm-hmm.
because you acting flirtatious, you dancing, you cool, you got your ass out, your titties is, saying, hey, So, he thinking everything going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, observation, that physical appearance. Now, like I said, because the preserve shit, it ties into the observation. Because, like I told O'Shea, if we're in the club, we're gonna go to the VIP section and go somewhere where we could just pretty much be ourselves and maintain our character, maintain our fly, and just be to the side. We observing and we staying preserved, man. We over to the side. We maintaining, this flyness that we have. And
Mm-hmm.
bitches will be like, who they think they is, and we're observing and we observe, we stay and preserve, and that's how we knowing at the end of the night
Mm-hmm.
who gonna deserve, our time.
Okay.
We might not want, say for example, if we wasn't coming in the club to look for a bitch to fornicate. We was looking for a bitch that we can accumulate off of. We might look at a woman and because of observation, we see that she got, this Patek Philippe on. We see that she got a Ferrari watch on. We see that she got a Breitling on, the right type of Breitling, or she might have a Yachtmaster on, and by her having these type of watches on, of course, with a nice ensemble, a good attire, we could tell that, baby girl getting a little bit of money. So let's say, okay, O'Shea came to stay with me, but I'm endeavoring to put bro on, to get him in his own house so he can do his own thing. So I'm gonna tell him, this Old Town Scottsdale nigga, it's a lot of 40 and 50-year-old, 60-year-old bitches that's well off.
Mm-hmm.
So, if bro said, man, I want a woman that could take care of me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to environments, where we're looking for women that's gonna take care of them. How
Mm-hmm.
did I do that? By going to, you understand me, certain areas like the Venetian or to the W, where older women be at, women that got presiding over businesses. And before we initiate a conversation, we off to the side, observing. We're watching. We're looking at the attire. We're seeing the watch that they got on. Matter of fact, we certain places that you can stand at the Venetian or the W, and you could see certain people pull up even in the valet. So I knew what car you got out of, I knew what watch you had on when you came up in here, and the whole nine. So pretty much I knew that you was gonna be one of them senior citizens that a nigga could sit up there and seduce and reduce around this motherfucker. And we would have never had an opportunity to get some currency about your motherfucking ass if we did not observe this motherfucking ass when you came up in here, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's all about observation. Before you have a conversation, before you initiate anything, always observe, be watchful, pay attention. And don't just pay attention to when you start having a conversation, don't just pay attention to, you know, what the woman is saying, you know, but pay attention to what she's not saying. Because a
Okay, let
lot
me
of
ask you.
times, when she,
Let me
go
ask you this.
ahead.
When you said pay attention to what she's not saying, can you go into that real quick?
Yeah, I'm about to go into that.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, if you because what she's not saying sometimes can answer all the questions.
Mhm.
If I'm having an interview, if I'm having a conversation with her, you know, and I ask her, you know, what type of childhood, you know, that she had, and she instantly says, I don't want to speak about it, or she's reluctant on, you know, speaking as fluently as she did about the other subjects that we spoke on, then I can tell that, you know, it's some combustious clouds, it's some nebulous clouds in her motherfucking life, you know, somewhere she didn't went through some motherfucking Euroclidons adversity that she don't desire to talk about. So that within itself, you know, lets me know that, you know, I need to talk to you. I need to keep pursuing you. Hold on. I need to keep pursuing you. You know what I mean? And keep socializing with you, because once I tap into that, once I find out that information right there, that's going to lead me to the location of success with you. Because, you know, the opportunities sometimes is created, you know, through a person revealing their frailties, a person revealing their insecurities or
Mhm.
their history. You know what I mean? So, you know, whenever you having a conversation, so much it's not so much of what she said, it's what she didn't say and the reason on why she didn't say it that's going to lead me to knowing the true character of that woman. That's what I meant. You know, and
Mhm.
you got women that don't want to speak on their mother, they don't want to speak on their childhood, or they don't want to speak on their child or their children or certain things about their life. And see those particular stories, that's what's going to basically lead me to learning out the information about, you know, what her individuality is, the blueprint on how to obtain and maintain the mind of this woman. So I need to keep talking to you, so you know, when we get into that place, you know, and you feel like revealing that to me, then I could get it. But before you even tell me that, I already knew that that existed because you didn't even want to speak on it. So that you didn't want to speak on spoke volumes to me. That within itself, and I don't want to give too much
Mhm.
game, but you know what I mean, that within itself, if I had the conversation, even if she tried to speak on it,
Mhm.
her countenance dropped, you know, her appearance changed.
Mhm.
You know, when I asked her this, and when I asked you this question, if your appearance, your countenance changed, something like that, instantly I know that you either lying about something or you keeping that away, you know, from me. So it's not so much of what you're saying, you know, at that time, it's what you're not saying, you know.
Mhm.
So going back to like me and you being at an event, you might be talking to an older woman. She might
Mhm.
be trying to hide the fact that she's married from you,
Mhm.
you know. And you know, she might have a rich husband that she's depressed with, you know, at that time, and she might just be giving you some fairy tale story because you're a young nigga, and you just in her little mind you gonna be her little boy toy. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? But you know, of course, not with this game. But I've just been talking, bro. I ain't been able to look at any of the comments. Hold on,
Let's go ahead and
I
take
see
a look.
Breed up in here. Go
Break, man.
ahead.
We'll look at the comments, man. I was just letting you flow because I was just it was you was in the zone, man. And that's the one thing about being a good interviewer is to let a motherfucker get in the zone and stay there. So, guys, do me a favor, and while he's checking the comments, um, let's go ahead and get the likes up, okay? Because we got 292 people watching right now, and that's with the tube hating on us. So let's go ahead and get the likes up on the videos, right? I really appreciate those people who are in the comment section. So we got 291, 287 watching right now, 291. So that's good, man, over 100%. But if we can get more people to like the video, it really lets me know that you guys are appreciating what
This
what's
great
being
content.
blessed for you here. Um, I don't know, man. How long we been? How
Oh,
long
did
we been
they?
on for? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before we go,
Okay.
was there any questions that was even asked or anything?
I don't think so.
Where
Oh no, yes,
Danky,
Angela. She asked something about why. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can go back here. Angela asks some interesting questions. I think she asks, Sin, what does a woman gain by being with you? What's the
Not
real
a motherfucking thing. Fuck that bitch. No, I'm
yeah,
just
what's the real reason she gives you her money? And then she also asks, what responsibility does a pimp have to his women in exchange for that bread?
let me go up and find. Okay. Saying what does a woman gain by being with you? Okay. To be honest, in totality, because that's a long video, but I'm gonna make it short. Um, usually men say the game. She gained information. She gained more information to make money. You know, but she gains a woman in the lifestyle. She gains companionship. She don't
Okay.
just gain knowledge on how to win the championship in the lifestyle and be a winner, but she gains companionship.
Mhm.
For a pimp is the only man that a hoe, is supposed to be with. She gains a man that fully understands her, that wants to understand her, that wants to see her win, that's going to do anything and everything, to make sure that she's producing everything. So she's gaining knowledge, she's gaining wisdom, she's gaining somebody that truly loves her. She's gaining somebody that's going to always look out for her to make decisions in her best interest. If she, say for example, if she has a child or children or just her, or she don't have no children, but she got a family, or she got no family, it's just her. Uh, I'm always going to say and do things that's beneficial, for her. I'm always going to give uncommon information and inspiration for her to basically be able to live off of for the rest of her life. Now, the money that she gave could never be equivalent to the game that the pimp gave, because once the money is spent, it's spent. But once she games the game, she
Mhm.
has that game for the rest of her life. As I like to always say, the whole world is an ATM machine and the PIN number is GAME. So she's constantly able to use game to
Mhm.
gain her whole life because of the information that was given by the pimping. She can write a book, she can do a film, she can start a business,
Mhm.
because one thing about this game, it'll make a woman into a businesswoman. It'll make a woman that she was not good at being responsible. It'll make her a responsible woman. It'll make her a businesswoman, and a tough businesswoman at that, because you must be one when you want that outcome to be a big income when you fucking with tricks. So, she's gaining, game about, not only the lifestyle, but also of life. With me, she's gaining political, biblical, spiritual, a lot of mental information just pertaining to the lifestyle, life, real estate, all type of motherfucking shit when it comes to me. But I just wanted to speak in general, so I let the young women know, what they're dealing with when they accept or what to expect,
Mhm.
from a pimp. And there should always be some type of enlightenment.
Mhm.
So if you were ignorant, you are supposed to become knowledgeable now that you're dealing with somebody that is the embodiment of knowledge.
Mhm.
If you are an unwise woman, if you were a woman that had a third grade education, that had a fourth grade vocabulary, it's that pimp's job to make your conversation greater,
Mhm.
because you need to have a great conversation. As I like to say, as you going out there to seduce and reduce tricks for everything that they have. So he's going to build your conversation. You might have been a woman that did not have any confidence. And, because of things he said to you, did with you, now you have been empowered. Now, when you look in the mirror, you can see the reflection of perfection, simply because he has given you information that has empowered your big head ass. And now, you're not that low self-esteem bitch that was in a state of depression, looking like you needed a blessing everywhere that you went. Now you're
Mhm.
confident. Now you're empowered. And the pimping does that. You went from being a woman who some of you wasn't looked upon as being popular or attractive, you know what I mean, in high school or in college. And now you get with this pimp and he's got you feeling like the most egotistical, arrogant, heaven sent, fly ass, fine, attractive bitch. And that's what a pimp is supposed to do. I got the best goddamn pussy in the world. I got the best goddamn head in the world. I got the most knowledge, the information. Even when the youth dissipates, turn into the expiration date, when the youth leaves my face, when I'm no longer youthful, when I'm no longer attractive, I'm still going to be able to make a trick attentive to me simply because the knowledge that I gain from the pimping. Because the reality is there's always going to be another woman that's more attractive than you. There's always going to be another woman that got a better ass than you. There's always going to be another woman that has bigger titties than you. But when you have more game than these attractive, gameless women, you're still going to run circles around them when it comes to hoeing, simply because you got more game, you got more knowledge, you know, you got a better personality, and you got more. Your intellectual capabilities is greater because you got this motherfucking game. So even though she's fine, she's attractive, and she look like Beyonce, her money will still look like you don't say, because she don't got that motherfucking game, and you got the motherfucking game.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh man. All right. So guys,
Hold on.
let's see here.
Go ahead, bro.
Echo. No, we're doing pretty good. So man, I don't, is there anything? I mean, let me do this, guys. We got 280 people watching. How many people in the chat, man? I think Angela, did that answer your question? I'm pretty sure that it did. So basically,
Yeah, because let me just shorten it in simplicity, just in one thing.
Okay.
A woman in the lifestyle should be with a pimp because he provides information, uncommon information. So if she wants to learn the proper etiquette, the way what she should say, the tone of voice she should have, because talking to a trick, conversation period, is just like music. A pimp can give you the right words to say, but you still got to say it right for it to be conveyed right to this particular trick. So, Smokey Robinson can write Oshay or me a hit song, but if we're not singing in the right key and we're singing off key, this won't be a hit song. So it's just like that with pimping and hoeing. A pimp can give a woman the right script, the right information, but she still has to speak in the right tone, and the pimp even got to teach her that. So it's just so much that you're going to learn from the pimping, especially when it comes to generate money. Some of these women, more than just, dealing with, conversation or knowledge and things like that. Some of y'all know that, when you're a woman, you are the embodiment of emotionalism. The way you felt yesterday is not the way you feel today. The way you feel today ain't going to be the way you feel tomorrow. So you need somebody to compel you, to provoke you, to be the best you every goddamn day, because you're always going through emotional turmoils. There's always going to be some things from your family, from the streets, from the police, you might just not be feeling the tricks today, and you're going to need somebody to give you that motivational, inspirational, encouraging speech to make you go out there and reach for that money that you're supposed to be reaching for. So, the pimp is a psychologist, he's an analyst, he's a preacher, he's a teacher, he's a motivational speaker, he giving joy in her sorrow, and he's basically giving her help and hope for tomorrow. He's all of that wrapped up in one. He provides not only a mental climax, but the women, when they with tricks, just keeping it 100, that bitch is not with that trick, because she's into him or being sexually satisfied. A bitch can sit up there and fuck a whole damn multitude and not have gratitude for the sex that she's even having with these particular tricks. You know what I mean? But when she sit up there and have sex with the pimping though, her man, the individual that she has companionship with, she can have that mental and emotional, physical climax, you know what I mean, with her, because he don't look down on her because she's a hoe. Because in a pimp's mind, a hoe is the highest motherfucking title that a woman could even have. So, you know what I mean? He don't look down on her. If she get into it with that square ass boyfriend, he gonna tell the results of it. The results of his thoughts gonna come out when he angry. He gonna be like, bitch, shut your motherfucking ass off, you hoe. You a prostitute. You date. You suck dick for a living, bitch. You shut your stupid ass up. You know what I mean? God knew that you was gonna be a dumbass prostitute before you was even born, you dumbhead, raggedy head ass bitch. Even when you was in grammar school, God already knew that you was gonna be standing on the corner and you was gonna be a dumbass bum, you bitch. And he might be saying all of that within an argument. All his true thoughts is coming out in an argument. But a pimp, when he's having an argument or a confrontation with that hoe, she'll never hear nothing like that from the pimpin'. Why? Because the pimpin' don't look down, you know what I mean, on her for being a hoe. Pimps love hoes and hoes love pimps. And pimps is the only one that a hoe is supposed to be with. You know what I mean? A pimp was designed by the motherfucking divine for a motherfucking hoe, you understand me, to be with. If she ain't fucking with the pimping, she fucking with somebody that she ain't even compatible with. He ain't compatible, and neither does he have information that's impeccable. So, you know, I can go on and on. Eons, eternity is not a long enough time to break down the reasons on why, you know, the pimping is a necessity and the greatest asset to a woman that professes, you know what I mean, and possesses some hoeing, man. You know,
Oh,
so
shit.
yeah.
Okay. All right, man. This was 3:20 motherfucking 3 here in Poland. And so that means that I can't outlast the pimping tonight because seeing is just probably just now getting started, man. Y'all know he can go, he's a preacher, so he can go all day. But unfortunately, I'm a square. I can't stay up that late. So I just want to just, you know, once again, man, thank you for, you know, blessing me with your presence, man, on the platform. Shout out to Angela Garcia and Diary 9. You know, I really appreciate you, man. You know, we talk multiple times every day. And you know, like I told people, man, at one point I was gonna get up out of YouTube. I was like, man, I'm tired of this shit. And then seeing called and crack some jokes, I was like, well, man, I gotta stay on the tube for my boy, man. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
gonna
because I
take us
watch your
past.
shit.
Yeah. I was like, man,
Hey,
go ahead.
if I want you guys to do this, and I want you to comment in the comment section for O'Shay's channel for me. For you people that you want some game pertaining to, you know, these preachers and how they sitting over there, you know what I mean, even in their hypocrisy, they still gaining some currency, you know, and you like, how? Even though the scriptures told you that the people love to have it so. But O'Shay did something called The Adventures of Reverend Do You Wrong. Just like he loved Give Her a Reason, I love The Adventures of Reverend Do You Wrong Part 1 and Part 2. Okay, so I want you guys, when you get a chance, it's only a 12-minute video, an 11-minute video over there. So I want you guys to watch a video by the name of The Adventures of Reverend Do You Wrong 1 and The Adventures of Reverend Do You Wrong Part 2. And I want you to give your opinion about, not only is it comical, but the stuff that he's saying, those of you that especially that come out the church world, those of you that were in religiosity, you know what I mean? You know the man telling the truth. So I want you to sit up there and go make sure that you go to those videos. After you watch them videos, because a lot of y'all got O'Shay fucked up. A lot of y'all think O'Shay is just this intelligent, you know, intellectual brother that's smart as fuck. That's cool, and he is. But O'Shay is also dumb. O'Shay is also funny than a motherfucker. O'Shay actually got, why do you think he said we talk damn near pretty much every day? Why do you think that? Because O'Shay is funny as fuck. So these are some videos that's going to be able to convey not only some intelligence, but some personality as well. I want y'all to watch that. So I appreciate O'Shay, man, for giving me the opportunity to speak once again. I appreciate O'Shay, man, for being a blessing to me and giving me the liberty to speak about this game and convey game as well. I want you guys to go to the Sinful The P channel. Go and search and put in SINFULTHEP and hit the subscribe and the bell button. I also want you to go to my other channel, The Sinful World, THE spacebar SIN spacebar FUL spacebar WORLD, The Sinful World. I also got another channel called Sinful The P Views, SINFULTHEP and hit the subscribe and bell also on that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look out for a young man by the name of Craig KB420. You know, he's the brother out of Milwaukee. When you go to my website, sinfulthep.net, SINFULTHEP.net, you know what I mean? The song that you hear in the beginning is that young man right there. That's Craig KB420. Definitely go to his channel, subscribe to the brother, support him in everything he do. He got some great music, and I appreciate you guys, man, for just fellowshipping with us tonight. You know, I'll be talking shit, and y'all stood up, you know what I mean, for 3 hours, man, and watched the shit, man. You big head motherfuckers, you. But I'm done.
And again, man, thanks again, Yarmus, man. He's acting the whole show. My boy Idris Singleton, great job, guys. Thank you, bro. My man Knockerash. 499, thank you so much, man. Again, Kraby 420, bro. I talked to you on the phone. Was saying earlier, so thanks, man. Guys, we're just trying to bring the best content on this side of Black YouTube. You know, it's evolving, and you know, a lot of times people don't think that Black YouTubers have good content. As you have just heard from Sinful, man, that you know we do have good content. We have great content creators on this side. We provide good shows and great entertainment, man. So again, I want to shout out to my boy Sin. For those people, man, who want to, and again, we got to talk about the thing, man, the consultation. Sin is now doing consultations, and I would definitely recommend that you, like I said, if you want any kind of information on whether it's the game with women or whatever, 30 minutes, $75, an hour, $150, right? And that's probably less, definitely too cheap. So go ahead and book yourself a consultation, break yourself for the likes and for that 75. And I gotta say, shout out to me. I was the first customer, even though he ain't gave my 30-minute consultation yet, but he gonna have to get it to me. I broke myself for the 75. Okay, so that's just, you know what I'm saying. And now you niggas really gotta break yourself for the 75 and get that in your life, because I really wish that I had somebody when I was coming up with the knowledge of Sinful. But now, you know, the internet has really changed the game. So and it's not that he need it, because he don't need it, but it's just out of respect that if you, a lot of you niggas be emailing, I want to talk to you, I want to ask you some questions, man. Come on, man. Time is money. So, you know, if you want to, you know, really get this in your life, you know, you don't mind going to the white man and buying shoes and buying concerts. If you need some of this life-changing information, go ahead on and book an appointment, okay? And break yourself for that 75. That's 75 for the half, right?
It's $75 for a half an hour, and it's going to be $150 for the full hour as of right now.
Okay. As of right now. So you niggas better go over there for our trick and make this shit higher, nigga. So I just get my food stamp card tomorrow. So I'm just letting you niggas know. So anyways, man, thanks again, Sam, man, and everybody else. It's 3:30 in the morning here. I appreciate all you people, man. Anything else you want to tell them, Sam?
Yeah, the PayPal is also on the website. So if you want to give a love offering, a donation, contribution for the lifestyle, the knowledge I gave pertaining to the lifestyle or just life period, man, come on through. And tonight, I'm going to be probably going live at my channel, probably like in an hour and a half. So in about 90 minutes, I'm going to be live at the Sinful The P channel. Okay. So if you want to come enjoy, you know, some more content, come on through tonight, you know what I mean, and be blessed by the game, man. I appreciate you guys. I love you. We love you. I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.